Hi, I'd like to talk about some, you can say, new initiatives in the Wi-Fi and related spaces with respect to location, positioning, and those services. And I expect this to be a series of presentations trying to give us an idea of similar sort of technologies. So this is part one, which is going to kickstart this discussion on such initiatives. My name is Shrikant and I'm with NanoCell Networks. So since I have put Wi-Fi in the title page, obviously it refers to definitely something close by. And if we look at the, sort of broader scene, we've been used to GPS based location services coming to us in the form of some maps like Google Maps or equivalent. And I'm sure all of us have benefited from this, right? I would say this has been a huge success in how we have used the GPS in everyday life, right? A similar story is waiting to unfold with probably some interesting extensions, which is first is indoors navigation in a variety of spaces. Could be malls, could be enterprises, hospitals, universities, etc. And then also an extension to finding objects, finding people, finding services in an industrial context, tracking objects, etc. In a personal context, finding keys. So these could be some very interesting use cases. Already, people, I'm sure analysts are putting a lot of thought into that. And I think we still are in the process of figuring out how to get going to a way like how we have harnessed GPS here. Okay. And that's where Wi-Fi and related technologies come in. Okay. So in a similar space, short range, mostly indoors, but not strictly indoors, I've picked three technologies which are vying for, you can say, attention. One is, of course, what I've put in my title slide, Wi-Fi. Okay. There is also, for some of you following, ultra wideband standards based on 15.4 and its evolution. And of course, BLE, right? This branding is probably not relevant today, but I've just picked it up saying it's a BLE based technology. All three of them, I think, are in some space where there can be some commonality, there can be some competition, but it's not necessary that it's only competition. They can be complementary as well. If you look at Wi-Fi, I think the singular most strong point is Wi-Fi access points are literally everywhere, and that has a big infrastructure presence which could help us do a lot of interesting stuff with respect to locationing, positioning, etc. Of course, we all know that Wi-Fi is a reasonably power hungry technology, cannot accommodate coin cell batteries, etc. So wherever it is relevant, I think Wi-Fi becomes a very important part. The only thing is, do we have the technology for achieving certain objectives? UWB is highly specialized. Remember, Wi-Fi is primarily for data transfer, and then it is also trying to satisfy this extra need. Whereas UWB, as in 15.4, is primarily a ranging solution. In fact, the device is ranging device or enhanced ranging device with some scope for data transfer. Okay. So that has come on strongly in the last few years with Apple, Samsung, etc., including these technologies in their solutions. Okay, so that has been very important. And of course, the third actor in this story is Bluetooth based solutions, BLE, you can say these days. Strong presence in a variety of devices, right? Every device which probably has a wireless LAN also has some form of a Bluetooth solution, and of course lots of IoT devices, but it does not have an AP equivalent. Some access points are incorporating Bluetooth, but probably not everywhere, and so on. Okay. Approaches wise, initial locationing systems used by Wi-Fi, Bluetooth have used receive signal strength indicator. Okay. They've been reasonably proprietary solutions. Okay. And these RSSI measurements do have dependence on the environment because of the multi-path channel. They also have ambiguity because you could be anywhere on a circle for a given RSSI. So people have used interesting techniques where multiple infrastructure observe somebody and then can pinpoint location. Okay. So definitely RSSI has a place, but it's definitely not sufficient for achieving many of the end goals planned in this context. So this is where I think the recent approaches are important. Okay. What are the important thing? Time of flight. UWB has started this and Wi-Fi standards are adopting it, and we will see that later. Face information in some of the BLE enhancements. Of course, angle of arrival, angle of departure already in Bluetooth, some form in Wi-Fi. So I think these are the interesting new extensions we are seeing of late. And always remember that for all this security, privacy, all these are going to be paramount. And we have to do it right from the day one. So we will see how various standards focusing on Wi-Fi, how it is evolving to bring in all this information to achieve a lot more than just plain data transfer, use location, positioning, offer proximity services, and more. So for more information, please do see our website. We also offer several courses through Wi-Fi Now Academy. We should be back with more information on this topic soon. Thank you.